Sometime probably in 1994, every Saturday I would go to this program on the weekend for about 2 hours and work with these young men. And at that time they were saying troubled young men who needed a structured environment. After a year of working the program lost its funding, and the two directors said, hey, we don't want to stop this. Can you continue to work with our guys? And I was like, yeah. And in the time when they asked me that, I was like, well, I got to come up with a name for my program. You know, what is it going to be? And I think God just gave me Positive Growth. Positive Growth, 20 years later, a residential home with 3 cottages, an independent living program, a transitional living program, a multicultural center, an education center, and an intervention program. So we're really looking at now, we're serving our community.
For the residential program, we work with youth that are aged 12 to 21, and they come to us from the Department of Family and Children's Services as a result of abuse or neglect. And while they're here, we're working with them to help turn those lemons into lemonade. Once you actually make the decision that I'm not going to be what my past was, I have a future, and my future is determined by me.
Positive Growth it's the home for these guys. We don't call it group home anymore. It's called now residential facility, but the reality is it's home. And by it being that home, then we make sure they have the necessary ingredients that a home has. The discipline structure, the support structure from a finance vantage point and an academic vantage point, meals and a bed and a safe place to dwell. But along with that is interaction. It's what makes the environment genuine and helps them thrive and grow positively.
And I had young men that right now today that come back to see me with families, with kids, married, military careers, college graduates. I've had probably about 1,400 young men that have actually come through our program.
Well, I came to Positive Growth when I was 15, and I wouldn't say a bad kid, but I got in, like, if I had too much time on my hands, I would get into trouble. I learned a lot of things like discipline, respect, what it's like to have a family. I learned what it feels like when someone truly cares about you.
My dream and desire is that when we talk about help, healing, wholeness, safe, nurturing, at the end, that the name Positive Growth would come out of their mouths. I sort of, embrace the idea of working with someone who is trying to find their way.